I've been coaching for 16 years and training for 20, and I'm going to tell you something I wish someone had beaten into my skull when I started. Most of what you're consuming is noise, not helpful noise, proper revenue generating, designed to keep you spinning bullshit. Here's how it goes. You get into training, you're motivated, you start watching videos, suddenly there's 1,000 things apparently you need to figure out. The optimal split, the perfect rep range, whether your incline bench should be at 30 degrees or 45 degrees. Every answer spawns 4 or 5 more questions that you need to deal with. And that's not really an accident, that's kind of the business model. Confused people consume more content, and round it goes whilst your physique stays exactly the same. I fell for this kind of shit for years. Program hopped like you wouldn't believe it, like an absolute dickhead. Bought supplements I didn't need. Knew more about training than guys that were twice my size and looked half as good as them. The information was there, but the application wasn't. Here's the 80% you can ignore forever, and then the 5 things that actually work. So, the 80% you can ignore. Number 1, the optimal split. Every split, every training split works if you follow it and progress it. Pick the one that fits your life and stop looking at other people's roadmaps. I see clients switch from push-pull legs to upper-lower to full body and back again 3 times in 6 months. But their split wasn't the problem. Their lack of progression on any split that they were doing was the problem. Take Joel, for example. He was training with nothing but rings and a pull-up bar and a set of adjustable dumbbells at home. No program hopping, no huge supplement stack, just progressive overload on the basic movements with a plan that made sense for his life and fit his lifestyle. He got incredible results. He dropped 50 pounds in 6 months. He went from doing 0 pull-ups to repping out pull-ups with 40 pounds added to his weight. It wasn't until we stripped everything back for him and gave him a plan that made sense for him that he started making progress. Number 2, exercise minutia. The perfect incline, the perfect grip width, the perfect tempo. The guys debating this stuff online are content creators first and then coaches second. The debate is the product, your attention is the revenue. Listen, your muscles are blind. They don't know what program you're running. They don't give a single fuck about optimal lateral raise angle. What they respond to is tension, and whether that tension keeps increasing over time. If your lateral raises haven't gone from 15 pounds to 30 pounds in the last year, the angle doesn't matter, right? The angle doesn't matter. You haven't done the one thing that drives adaptation. You haven't got stronger. Simple as that. Number 3, supplements. The supplement industry is worth $180 billion, and almost none of it really moves the needle. If your training is inconsistent and your lifts haven't improved in months, another to a protein powder or the latest, branched chain amino acids or anything like that isn't fixing. Treat them as the last 5%, not the 5. So, the 5 things that actually build your physique. Nobody really makes money telling you to do the 5 boring things for 5 years. But that's the game. Number 1, pick a system, chase numbers, never program hop. Decision fatigue kills more physiques than bad programs ever have. Every time you wonder, should I switch my split? You're spending mental energy that should go into actually executing the plan that you currently got. The guy who shows up and does the same proven thing for 6 months will destroy the guy who's been optimizing his program for 6 months without ever really following one. That's why I built the 3x3 protocol. 3 exercises, 3 sets, 30 minutes, in and out. No decisions when you walk in and train, you just do the work. That is downloadable in the description below. It's completely free, but it'll give you a great program that you can start running today and actually start getting results. Program hopping is digging 6 shallow holes instead of 1 deep well. Just pick a spot and dig. Then chase numbers within it. Progressive overload is the 20% of the 20%. Your muscles feel mechanical tension and adapt when the tension exceeds what they're built to handle. So more weight, more reps, more control, more load on the same movement that you did a couple of weeks ago. Every movement has built-in progressions. For example, maybe you start off with band-assisted ring dips, and then you move on to body weight, and and then you move on to doing ring dips with 10 kilos, 20 kilos, 30 kilos, 40 kilos. You get the point. You're always earning that next level. It's not about your feelings or your emotions at this point. It's about the numbers. Are your numbers improving? Simple question you need to ask. If you're not tracking what you did in your last session, you're guessing. And guessing doesn't build muscle. Number 2, train like your body needs a reason to grow. Give it a reason. Most people train hard enough to just maintain, not hard enough to actually move the needle. Your body doesn't want to build muscle. Muscle is metabolically expensive. Your body only invests in more of it when you give it something it can't currently handle. So if you finish a set and you could have done 5 more reps, you didn't really push yourself in that set. You haven't exerted yourself properly. I'd rather see 4 genuinely hard sets per muscle group per week than 12 comfortable ones where you stop 4 or 5 reps short per set. Take the set close to the point where you physically cannot complete another rep with decent form. This is uncomfortable. That's why a lot of people don't do it. But it's meant to be uncomfortable. That's the point. Number 3, recover like it's part of the program. You aren't growing in the gym. You grow in bed with food in your system, whilst you're out walking the dog, whilst you're playing with the kids, whilst you're resting. Think of training as the demolition crew, and recovery is the construction crew. Sleep. You need to sleep. Ideally, north of 6 or 7 hours. Not always possible if you've got kids like me, but you have to try and get yourself into a good routine and get yourself to bed at a reasonable time so you can at least try and maximize it, right? Mostly whole foods. Eat enough protein. Walk daily to help you recover. I walk a lot every day, not because I'm more disciplined than the next guy, but because I built it into my system. It's stacked with family time. I have the dog to take out. The kids like to be outside at the park, etc. It all counts. So you build it into your daily routine. If you're training hard and you're not recovering, you're not really going to take your physique to the next level. It just won't happen. Number 4, measure everything. If it doesn't get measured, it doesn't get managed. The scale will lie on a daily basis, but over a long enough period, it's going to tell you the truth, right? Same with the mirror. Your feelings lie. Your training log doesn't. Your waist measurement doesn't lie if you're tracking it on a consistent basis. You need to track things. This is why I start every client with an assessment week when they come into work with me. I don't change anything. I just get them to log what they're currently doing, their food, their training, their sleep, weigh themselves every morning. Because most people have no idea what they're actually doing. And the data humbles you. People think they're eating 2,500 calories a day, but they're actually eating 3,000. You need to get on top of your numbers. This gives you the data to be able to make informed decisions. Number 5, do it for years. The biggest difference between a guy with incredible physique and the guy who's been trying to get in shape since 2019, it's not a secret strategy. It's probably not genetics. It's the fact that the guy with the great physique has been doing it consistently for years, not program hopping, tracking his lifts, and putting in the actual work. Fitness is a slow cooker, not a microwave. The industry sells you microwaves because 90-day transformations make for good advertisements. But somebody saying how I got slightly stronger every month for 5 years, it's not really got the same appeal. But the second one is what actually works. I've been doing this for well over a decade now. Never really done anything overly complicated, never followed some magic secret protocol, never really discovered any training hacks, just got stronger over time, improved my lifts, did the work, put in the effort. That's basically the whole thing. The consistency is the advantage. Every year you don't quit is another year of compounding progress. So everything I just gave you is baked into a program that I put together called Bodyweight Jacked. It's a program that you can do without a gym, with very little equipment, okay? You just follow the plan and you get results. Over 1,000 guys have run through this program now, and it's been proven to work time and time and time again. If you want to check it out and you need a new program, if you're not currently following one, and you want an actual program that will get you results if you do the work, the link is in the description. Or you just close this video, do nothing, and stay exactly where you are. Your call.